Welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a brave little i3-powered potato on a journey through the sweeping open world of Where Winds Meet. No graphics card, no fancy cooling, nothing but sheer hope and a few prayers to the FPS gods. The game drops you straight into a world that looks like a painting that accidentally learned Kung Fu, and even on low-end hardware, it tries its best to hold the frame together. The goal of this video is simple. Can this massive open-world action RPG actually run on your entry-level setup? And is the experience good enough to keep you hooked? Let's walk through the performance, the world, the combat, and everything in between while the game tries not to melt the motherboard. You'll notice right away in the first few seconds of this video that all the graphics and display settings were pushed straight into survival mode. By the looks of the game's minimum requirements, I honestly expected a polite error message telling me to upgrade my life choices. But the game launched, which already felt like a mini victory. Everything was dropped to the lowest possible setting. Strangely, it gives you only two resolution choices, 1080p and 1600 by 900. Naturally, 1600 by 900 became the chosen one. The performance was surprisingly tolerable. I was floating around the 16 to 20 FPS mark most of the time, and if the scene was light on action, it even jumped above 30 FPS, as if to say, "See? I can behave sometimes." The good part is the game never crashed. The bad part is that it wants more from your hardware than your hardware wants from life. Still, it's playable in that I truly love this game and I'm willing to forgive anything way. If the developers ever decide to add a proper 720p resolution, this would instantly become way smoother and much more comfortable for low-end players. Until then, you're basically squeezing lemonade out of a GPU that doesn't exist. But hey, the game runs, the stutters are manageable, loading times are decent, and for a free-to-play title with a huge world, that's already a small miracle. The world of Where Winds Meet doesn't just welcome you, it ambushes you with so much content that your i3 might wonder what life choices brought it here. The map feels enormous, almost like someone stitched together several different landscapes just to show off. You'll find secret caves tucked behind waterfalls, towns buzzing with activity, forests that feel alive, and open plains that tempt you to wander for no reason at all. Every few steps, the world teases you with something new, a side quest, an NPC yelling for help, a puzzle hiding in plain sight, or a random encounter that sends you down a completely different path than you planned. It's overwhelming at first, especially when the minimap looks like it's plotting against you. But once you settle in, you start appreciating how carefully everything is placed. The cutscenes are sharp, the environmental details feel handcrafted, and the atmosphere has this rich, cinematic energy that catches you off guard. For a free-to-play title, it's surprisingly bold in its presentation. Even the music plays like it knows it's part of something bigger. Combat is where the game tries to show off its inner martial arts movie. It's layered, flexible, and weirdly addictive. You can equip two weapons at the same time, each with its own combos, heavy swings, and special abilities. There's blocking, dodging, parrying, counters, and a rhythm to the fights that rewards timing more than raw aggression. Then come the mystic abilities, which range from flashy elemental attacks to puzzle-solving tricks that open pathways or help you interact with the world. These aren't the usual press-button, big explosion abilities. Some help you glide, some help you climb or unlock routes, and others completely change how you approach mysteries in the environment. On top of that, you get passive perks that push your playstyle in different directions, from heavy weapon brawler to evasive ninja to spell-focused wanderer. It's clear the developers wanted combat to feel like a multi-tool rather than a simple hack-and-slash system. It doesn't reach the mastery of more specialized games, but it delivers enough depth to keep fights interesting for hours. Then the game hands you a giant buffet of mini-games. It's almost funny how much they crammed in. One moment you're doing intense sword combat, and the next you're sumo wrestling a stranger for no reason at all. You can sit down for card games, play music with timing-based challenges, compete in races, or join various side activities that you didn't even know existed. There's even base building, where you can design your own home, upgrade it, and hire NPC workers to maintain your little empire. And when you think you've seen enough, the multiplayer mode kicks in, with guilds, massive raids, tournaments, and PvP battles that look chaotic but fun. It's impressive how all of this is stitched together. Normally, when a game tries to do everything at once, it collapses under its own ambition. This one somehow holds itself together, even if a few pieces wobble here and there. The only thing that consistently trips you up is the UI. It feels like someone kept adding features and forgot to stop. You'll open a menu, then another menu, then a sub-menu inside a sub-menu, and sometimes discover options you didn't even know existed. It's powerful, but messy. New sections unlock as you progress, which means the interface slowly becomes a jungle of tabs and icons. It doesn't ruin the experience, but it does test your patience. As for monetization, the game thankfully keeps things fair. You can play the full experience without paying, and the only temptations come from cosmetic outfits and accessories. They do look stylish, almost dangerously stylish, and some of them are priced like luxury purchases, but nothing gameplay related is locked behind a paywall. If you ignore the fashion catalog and focus on the adventure, you'll never feel pressured to spend. Altogether, Where Winds Meet is an ambitious mix of open-world exploration, martial arts action, fantasy adventure, and social features. It doesn't perfect everything it tries, but it delivers a surprisingly complete package, especially considering it's free. There's so much to do that even after hours of gameplay, you still feel like you've barely scratched the surface.
Overall, Where Winds Meet deserves appreciation for just how much it tries to offer. It's ambitious, massive in scale, and surprisingly polished for something you can play for free. On a low-end PC, the experience is not smooth, but it's not unplayable either. If you keep your expectations realistic and your settings low, you can easily enjoy the story, explore the world, and experience most of what the game offers. The combat is fun, the exploration is addictive, and the world is overflowing with things to do. Yes, the FPS struggles. Yes, the UI looks like it was designed during a solar eclipse. But the heart of the game is strong, and its creativity shines through even when the hardware is holding it back. If the developers add 720p support or further optimizations, this could become a surprisingly accessible title for budget gamers. For now, it's a game worth trying if you're okay with imperfect performance, but a rich, rewarding world. On an i3 with no graphics card, it's not the smoothest ride, but it's certainly a memorable one. If you enjoyed this performance test, make sure to subscribe for more low-end PC gameplay and reviews. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Tell me what game you want tested next, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.